This release marks 1 year since I've been buying GCC figures, and I gotta say, it's been awesome. Like anything, there's been a few bumps in the road, but ultimately, I'm happy I finally stepped back into LEGO custom minifigures. May's releases were really great, but I only really got 2 new releases because the ARC Trooper Havoc and Hammer look amazing, but I can wait for a V2 with a printed pauldron. The Gray and Styles I really like, but I just don't have any need for them in my collection, at least for now. Before I get into the stuff I did get, let me go over some minifigures I wanted to include in my April video, but hadn't arrived yet. These dark blue Senate guards are phenomenal. I already really like the regular blue Senate guard, but it feels more like a minifigure from the early 2010s. This one feels like a modern minifigure. As I always say in these videos, if I get 2 of a GCC figure, it means I really like it. These guys come with blank black heads, but it's easy enough to grab any random head out of your collection and pop it on. And the helmet lines up perfectly with the face printing. Once again, I gotta compliment this helmet mold made from scratch by GCC. I love this minifigure, and I really think it might be one of GCC's underrated gems. Now, for my May purchases. I didn't get much, but what I did get was well worth it. Starting off with the V2 of the Phase 2 Bomb Squad clone. I know a lot of people really didn't like that this uses the hold helmet, but I think it still looks great. Definitely one of the weirder canon clone designs though. If I had to complain about one thing on this figure, it would be the use of the white hips with the orange just printed on, instead of just using orange hips, but I think the reason they don't swap hips is because it puts unnecessary stress on the leg pieces. However, I'm definitely swapping these hips as I think it looks a lot better. And finally, the army builder I've been waiting for, 327th Star Corps clones. They released a standard 327th clone back in November with Bly V1, but these guys come with printed pauldron and comma details, along with GCC's in-house pauldron and commas. These guys look perfect, especially when paired with GCC's Bly V2. Like I said in my February review, I prefer the material that Clone Cloth Customs uses. And I got 3 of their pauldrons back before Bly V1 released, so now I finally have a place for all 3 pauldrons. And I can safely say these are some of my all-time favorite minifigures from GCC. Hell, if you told me I was looking at official minifigures from an upcoming set, I'd almost believe you. These are just so well executed, and I'm so happy GCC made these. Overall, solid wave. I would have loved to pick up the Rancor Battalion arcs, but like I said, I can wait on those. I really like seeing how GCC is getting better at listening to their customers. Pretty much everything from this release was made with the help of the GCC feedback channel on their Discord. And though I have dialed back on GCC purchases to keep up with a few other customizers, it's still very cool to see these much needed improvements to how GCC operates. Later.